Welcome back, everyone. I'm Severino, your coach. Today, we analyze a stock that's in my portfolio. It's called MSCI, and I will tell you why I recently added to it. So I bought more of this stock that's in my portfolio. But if you're here for the first time, we are here to accelerate your journey to doubling your net worth. I'm doing this in public so that you can shortcut your research and take your best decisions, building on the research that I did already for myself and I'm sharing. We have been doubling here every 3.8 years. We are on track. It's 2024. We are at 1 million portfolio value. We are at 1,076,000 to be precise today. And we want to double again in 2028 to 2 million. Will we make it? Let's see. The journey is in public. We're doing this together. So let's find out. The thesis of this portfolio is that the winners of 2043 will be the data owners that have high pricing power. So data is the new oil. Simple thesis. And we have selected out of the first 200 possible screened candidates now the top 15. In the next 15 videos, I'm sharing those top 15 with you. So make sure you subscribe so that you get all of them. We will look at the themes: climate data, travel data, cloud data, repairs data, health data, enterprise data, private markets data, public markets data, oncology data, lending data, credit data. Find the winners and then buy them at the right time. Today we talk MSCI. It was a Morgan Stanley company, and I'm sure they regret having spinned off that part of their business because it went so well since then. This is my thesis, my investment thesis on one page. And full transparency, I own MSCI, and I have recently added to my position, which I hold since 2 years. I have added even more recently. And the reason is there was a large insider buy in June 2024. This is when I added to my position. So MSCI, I think this is a long-term compounder. And the reason is, one, it owns essential market data. I'm sure you have friends who own the MSCI World or the MSCI Emerging Markets. Those are the famous indexes, passive ETFs that just index the market. So instead of spending time analyzing the markets like I do, some of your friends, they just buy an index, which is a smart thing to do, by the way. And the cool thing for you is if you do that, you are earning. So if you own, like I do, if you own MSCI, you are earning while they do it. So your friends buy it, a fraction of that, let's say 0.2% of that allocation goes to MSCI. So you are making money while your friends are spending money. So they own relevant data, which is what we focus on. The indexing business alone has 70% profit margins. Just for your orientation, Google has 45% profit margins, and Google has always been the benchmark of a profitable, capital-light software company. So 70% profit margin, which means this will be around in 10 years. It has a ton of optionality, maneuverability. They can buy back shares. They can do whatever they want with all these margins. They are very capital light. What they ship is basically a line of code. It says, okay, guys, thank you for buying the index data. Here is an API code. Enjoy. Plug it into your systems. Enjoy. So it's super capital light. Why it is important? Some of you wrote me in the comments, Simon, but isn't capital light a bad thing because it's easy to replicate you? Well, in theory, yes. But if you have a moat, and we will see a ton of moats here, then being capital light and having a moat is actually the best combination, because being capital light gives you usually high profit margins. And those high profit margins, 70% in this case in the indexing business, they give you optionality and maneuverability. Means I don't know what's happening in 3 years, but I know that they can move when something happens. They can change direction, they can reinvest, they can buy back shares, they can make shareholders happy, they can do a lot of things. The switching costs are very, very high. Imagine you're a portfolio manager and you want to move from MSCI. For example, it's too expensive and you want to move to another benchmarking system. You are basically asking them to change the core infrastructure. When you change the core infrastructure, you need board approval. So this portfolio manager would have to go to board, ask for approval, and saying, I want to change the benchmark. Nobody would do that. This is so much friction. I'm in B2B since 22 years. I know these portfolio managers. This is the last thing they want to do. Free cash flow per share is increasing year over year. Yes, we will look at the numbers in a second. Operating income is increasing year over year, and the return on capital employed is increasing year over year. Plus, and this was the moment when I went in, there was a large insider buy. Let me go back to here. So let's look at the numbers, and let me clean up here first. The numbers look amazing. This is a rare gem of a company. We look at our main three numbers. Return on capital employed, look at this steep curve. We look at free cash flow per share, same thing, it's perfect. And we look at operating income. It's just economically perfect. And we are talking 2010 to 2014, to 2024. So this is the predictability that we're talking about. It has a GF score of 95 of 100, so high quality company with high growth, and it's currently even undervalued because its fair value is $619 US. 7 super investors have bought in Q1 2024. One of them is Poland Capital, which have very, very solid screeners and one analyst per asset. Then there is a ton of great investors like Joel Greenblatt, the Jefferies Group, Stephen Cohen, Paul Tudor Jones, a legend, Jim Simons, who died and was a legend, and AKO Capital that I'm not studying a lot. But Poland Capital, that's for me a really very trusted, authoritative source. So this is MSCI. I went in, I added in June 2024, and I plan to hold this position for the next 15 years. My rule for buying is I buy only if I plan to hold for 15 years, and I sell if the thesis changes or if I want to take out some lifestyle chips in between. That's it. I hope it helps. Let me know what you think of MSCI. Is it on your watch list? Is it in your portfolio? And happy to answer any questions in the comment. Oh, by the way, if you want access to our live trades, I share my live trades in our community as soon as they happen. It's a 24/7 Slack group, and I immediately, as soon as I do the trade, I give a trade alert in our Slack group. It's high quality people from Dubai to Los Angeles, and see you on the other side. Keep rolling.